Good evening. It's Sunday, you beautiful people, and welcome to jamming in Jimjams on this quite warm, one might say, oh, hello, no, balmy, perhaps, evening. Yes, Jackson, whose camera is not working. No, your camera's not working. Tom's is. Look, and there's no sign of Tom. Yeah. So anyway, it's Sunday. That's something I started throwing together on the side of the Avon Gorge, a little south of the, or a little west of the. He's going to come up in the tail straight away. Can you hear him? I think they can hear you. No, I'm going to save my water. This morning, I sat on a particular outcropping. Could we just do this chat before you take over the entire stream? And once again, I've moved my... Come on, what? I know. What have you done with your brother? What was that about? What was that about? Yeah, that's about the sound of it. Sorry. Apparently I'm being told my microphone's too low. And that's likely because I've been fiddling with many things, including the camera. I've got a different lens on again. Oh, you know me. I'm not quite happy with the 35mm that I had on. Had a... Well, if you're going to put it near my mouth, I'm going to bite it. Little furry sausage. That's what you are. A little furry sausage. Ready to be eaten. Can I eat your face? Yeah. Anyway, so before we start chatting, welcome this Sunday evening to Jamming in Jimjams with me, your host, Jason. If this is your first... if this is your first time, hi. This is kind of what happens. Usually I start trying to say something and then Jackson comes on this and then we just get sidetracked. And it's just one sidetracking chat after another. I will... it is time now to shave the cat because the weather's nice. And although... Yeah, shave the cat. Whoa. Yeah, he's going to... knock everything over that I need, including all the power to all this stuff. Oh, I don't know what's going on. It's because I did it in the garden and then I didn't have time to... It's been a busy weekend. I've been all over the place. Hence, anyway, let's go back, rewind, and let's see who's in the chat. My Logify was first, I think, followed by Steve and Cornish, all the way back here, and I think also... the Wookiee, Simon Greatbatch, Andy Synchrotron. Yes, I was using my elbow. I didn't plan to, but it suddenly became essential that I did. Cressy, how you doing? Paul Holmes, the electronic composer. Don't get nervous, get Jervis. Well done. My daughter was absolutely horrified by her oboe teacher. Yes, she plays oboe. Getting her name wrong. She called her Jarvis. She was furious. I know that pain only too well, so he needs to be told to not get nervous. Get little Jervis. Anyway, X-Orb, how you doing? Aziohead, how you doing? I sing the Buddy Electric. Did I see Blooming Button as well? Hello, you. Welcome back. The Panda and Steve are resident guardians of the chat in to help me sort of keep this ship steering. It's fur up my nostrils. It's really, or it may just be the moustache that I grew. Yeah, I know. It's kind of there now. It's kind of getting there, isn't it? I've just seen that Synth Samurai's gone completely. He's shaved everything. It's gone. Like a convict. Expedited. No moustache, no beard, no hair. Anyway, I shall not be shaving my moustache off anytime soon. And that's because I have been, as you know, any long-time viewers will know that I have been quite obsessively interested in the wild western times of the 19th century in the United States of America. And I'm currently watching the 1924 series, which is part of the Yellowstone canon. Fabulous. And there's a great character, and there's some fantastic moustaches. So, yeah, that's what's happening there. Anyway, so I was still saying, hey, James Dyson, how you doing? Hello, Tim. If you have a question, if I miss it on the chat, which I'm pretty good at the moment, but if I do, Q, that's 4 Qs, and then ask the question, and they'll pass it to me on the bat phone where we are. So, have I missed anybody? If you are a lurking gherkin, get up on the chat, Doomonger. Put us a message in there, say howdy, partner, and I'll say, hey, Biscuit, how are you doing? So, yeah. And if you're just lurking and you're happy to lurk, just, that's cool. That's chill too. Just lurk, gurk, and be there. A lurking gherkin. And if you're watching this after the show, hi, Dad. And anyone else that's watching it afterwards as well. And if you just stumbled across this because the algorithm's thrown it at you, great. What was that jam about? Well, let's talk about that in a little while. But let's have some chat. Let's chatty, bang, bang. What are you guys drinking? I've got my usual bedtime aperitif, which is, of course, double strength. There we go. Look at that. Yeah, double strength. Can't, for the life of me, use the English language for which I was born to speak. I am drinking a double strength chamomile tea. That's no honey. I am sweet enough. But I've also got some fizzy water as well. What is your guitar tuning? Just standard. I haven't done anything. Is this the post office? Is this the post office? It is. Rowan Morrison. If she existed, we would know of her. Yeah. So there we go. The Wicker Man. One of my favourite films of all time. With Ed Wood, wouldn't he? Anyway, yeah, so my current guitar tune is just the standard. Although for some reason, when I was setting this up and playing, I had some things organised, and I don't know what it was. Tom Ford. Electronic music composer, Tom Ford. Every time. My signature scent, if I had to have one, is somewhere between ombre leather, which is one of my scents, and I also like anthracite noir, which is a discontinued scent. So smell me later. Yes. Oh, I've lost this. I've lost the piece of kite. Hello, a Temperabotto. Tangerine IPA. That sounds good. Let's have a see what you are drinking. Hey, Oliver Bowen, how are you doing? I bet you're drinking Dr. Pepper, aren't you? So what have we got? Quadruple A's. How many Q's? No, 4 is enough. It's 4Q. I won't do what you told me. And then sparkling water for Steve Goodwin. Green tea and lemon juice. Again, Cressy, that's a great combo. And it's one that you can rock every week if you so desire it. Yeah, Tangerine IPA. That sounds great. Hey, Neil, one cheap wine. Cheap strawberry wine. That's good. Yogi bedtime to try and calm down. Yeah, I'm in that. Hang on a minute. Peter, were you on Jamie Morden tonight? I completely missed it because we've had a very full weekend of child activities. I say child activities. My daughter had her production. She's part of a drama school, and basically there was rehearsals all day yesterday. Not local. So I had to take her to there, and I sort of carpool with another mum, and we split it up, which was great. But and also she performed today, which was rather good. But I was incredibly disappointed at the amount of lines she didn't have. She can act, she can rock it. She gets on the stage and then there's presence, and then there's like one line in the song. I was like, come on, guys. No one puts Shroomy on stage and gives her one line. You give her 5 lines or more. or she's leaving. Here we go. Quick. What is that pedal? I'm not telling you. Synchrotron. That is the Eventide H9. I'm surprised you haven't got one. It's stunning. Or were you talking about the other pedal on the table, which is a boutique pedal from Croatia, I think, former Yugoslavia, somewhere in that area, made by a MiG pilot. Why am I tiny? Oh, hello, that was too slow. 2 seconds. We don't want that. So you have to excuse my wider than usual aperture of frame. Got some things happening. Anniversary of 1 year of streaming coming up Wednesday, the 14th of May. I expect all of you here. And big reveals on new stuff. So that should be quite fun. Some things already made itself. You might notice the new sign in the background. There we go. Anyway, that's part of it. So yeah, rebranding. Anyway, so what have we got? EAD GBE. I said EAD GBE. That's right. Otherworld Brewery Mango and Pendant Fruit Beer. I see. Lovely. Fresh ginger and organic honey tea. Homemade, Demonger. That's the way to have it. So I hope if you suffer with any sort of pollen allergies, which I think we all do now, I think trying to get local honey is the way forward as well. So if you're making your own, fantastic. And there's nothing better than fresh ginger. Oh, suits you, sir. Fresh ginger. What? Why does he think that's about him? You're not ginger. You're white. Oh, honestly. Anyway, Lynx Marine. Steve. Insignia box set for Christmas. I had one of those once. It's High Karate. Those are the fragrance of my youth, but don't you stop hitting. Right, I'm going to mute you because you're annoying. Nobody cares anymore. They don't. Where's Tom? What have we done with Tom? Hey, Demova. What's your fave engine in synth? The one the cat doesn't like. Yeah, buddy. You need a good brush. What is the dark red thing above the Mini Freak? What? The Microwave XT? It's not dark red. It's just it's a trick of the light. It's orange. Biscuit. There's lots of questions. Will you don't knock? Another car. Don't stop. No, stop it. Is Robbie in the chat? He almost knocked Robbie 2.0 and then proceeded to rub his face into the very leaves of his existence. Nobody wants to see that. You're just trying to get attention, and I will lock you out because this is not. It's kind of endearing, isn't it? Hey, Murder House. What do I think of the Oxy One? I don't. It's too expensive for me. I don't want to buy anything. I suffer from anti-gas. I haven't actually played with one yet, in all seriousness. Obviously, anti-gas with the studio full of synths. Do you believe that? Answers in the comments below. Oxy One is probably the best. Get your face off. The best, most, feature-rich sequencer of our time, and it's one that should actually be on everyone's desk. Certainly, when I get the modular out, I do find myself high up against. Don't hit Robbie. Up against the limitations of what I have in front of me, and I tend to really love. What am I doing? I'm looking for a beverage. just like staring at me. He's like, I want that. You're doing my head in. You're just vibing me out. Cat vibes. I was answering a question. Somebody asked me a question. I was answering it, and he's vibing me hard. There is food out there. You can't be hungry. You can be hungry. You can be fussy, or you can go and eat it. Northern Dad. Right, I'm going to put Robbie down in a way that means he's not going to be knocked over. Yeah, so I... Absolutely not. Get your stinky butt off my... Right, can we just talk about this, like, literally? Like, how deep into the stream are we now? 40 minutes. And you're already, like, doing the... It's like the accordion cat. Right, I'm going to put you on my lap, and you're going to stay here, whether you like it or not. I'm going to stop this, and I'm going to talk. Cancel. What have you done? Right, stop it. No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. Do my best Blofeld. Come, Mr. Bond. That's more the Christopher Lee. Right, I've got some questions. So Peter asked, is that Eurostyle font? No, but are you a style? No, it's not Eurostyle. I can't... Did you get off? Get off. Right, you're going to stay there with your little face, and you're going to just be good, because I want to talk. Look at it, it's like, I've been trapped through a door. Little face. Yeah. Oh, is that a flipping... Anybody else have animals that sort of go outside and collect bugs on their faces? Damn, this time of year. Right, I need to treat you guys. Right, where were we? I had 4 Qs. Hey, Lamont, how you doing? So my fave engine in synth. Let's get back to that question. I don't know. I think it's the physical modelling one. I've had the most fun with that, but I guess I don't have a favourite synth in synth. I think what I like most about synth is the playability of it. And I think in the jam, earlier on in the jam, certainly I was able to play some music with it whilst... No, you are staying put. I don't care what you think. You belong on the table. So, yeah. So that's what I like about the synth. Plus, I like that it's got a USB-C input and you can take it out, power it by a power bank. And I will be powering things. We'll get onto that in a minute. Talk to me about location stuff. Now, last Saturday, let's drop that in. Last Saturday, I decided... Well, hang on. Whilst in the Easter holidays, I took my kids to see my mum in North Wales. And we went to my favourite spot and we streamed. And I just wanted to see how it was to go up. And, you know, I didn't have the studio, so I thought, well, let's do the World of Synth, which is a Wednesday stream. Let's do it from the mountain. And it was quite fun. There was a few things I learned from it. But most importantly, was all about the ability to take gear out and to stream or to record, as it might very well be, multiple sort of instruments, but also to be powered battery. Now, my dream is to take my modular out, right? So I reached out to My Vaults and asked them if they would help that dream become a reality, and they did. So I have got, you may notice, no, you are going to stay here. I don't care what you think you want to go. You're here or you're on the floor. That's 2 options, and I'm just going to groom him a little bit more because it's that time of year. Right, you either stay here. Right, there we go. So, yeah. No, the Lynx doesn't have his own channel yet, and he won't. but I might give him a lot of airspace on Instagram. So if you don't already follow me on Instagram, it's GetJervis. Go follow me. Actually, if you don't already follow me on Instagram, go check, because there's a story and a post of where I was today. So on top. Oh, so what if we? So we got the big. So what I've got at the moment is I've got a very sorry, hang on a minute. I've got a very low-powered power bank, and I've ordered a bigger one because this will not. This is only a low wattage power bank, but it's good enough for this kind of stuff. But this beautiful, beautiful purple cable, which is silky sweet. Let's just get it top down. I think is silky, and you've got a readout of the wattage, which I don't think you can see with the studio lights, but hopefully you might be able to see it now. There's a little LED readout telling me that it's got, at the moment, 2 watts of draw. So actually this... Oh, you're going to go on the floor? Yay! We got rid of him. So that's really useful to know, because that will also help you to sort of work out how long you can run these things for, because obviously, you know, this has got a finite amount of charge. Power delivery, though, that's the important thing. Power delivery. So that's a MyVolts cable, and you know, I mean, I've got USB-C cables, of course, but not one as nice as this. So that's a really, you know, that's important to. And it's want to have good quality cables to do that. So what else we got in here? Now this is the important stuff. Yes, Step Up. That's the one. Step Up. In a minute, I'm going to get so, and here they are. So I got a blue one as well. So I've got one for each. Just look at how. Hang on. Just look how beautiful that is. Just look, and you've got a little thing. So I mean, it's just. I mean, it's worth every penny. I think it's $19.99. So it's not a cheap cable, but you wouldn't buy cheap cables for your audio. So why buy them for? You know, and I've got no end of reasonably good quality USB-C cables that are broken, because they do have a lifespan, I suppose, and that a better quality one is always better to have. So, also got a beautiful pink candy cord, which actually should be put in. Oh, hello. Is that, yeah, we can get rid of that nasty old cable, and we'll go that in there. We'll go that in there. Line out. Okay. Oh, there you go. That's beautiful. That has reduced the noise. And, you know, again, good quality cable. So, this is one of the new crazy chains. I'm using a crazy chain. I was going to use a crazy chain with a different voltage on the pedals. Crazy chain's a way of connecting up to more pedals together with one rip cord, or Step Up. Now this is insane. Tom's in the house. Tom's in the house. Look. There he is. Oh, I was worried. You can have some too. Sorry, I'd forgotten you existed because Tom was here. There you go. He brought me a mouse last night. Yeah, I left it at the top of the stairs. Well, when I say left it, I mean just the head and the guts. I love cats. What was I doing? Oh yeah, so Step Up. God, my nose. Right. So what we've got here is we've got Step Up. What am I doing? Stop. Just being weird. So a Step Up will allow you to plug in a power delivery enabled power bank. That's the important thing, power delivery, or wall adapter, and to give you. Sorry, do we want to do a bit of that? Oh, actually, that's the wrong way around. Sorry, so that's off the wide. Long and winding road. Oh, sorry. Oh, there, you can see it though. Oh, there comes Tom. Here comes Tom. Get your nose. I mean, never work with children and animals, right? So yeah, 45 minutes apparently. So this will allow me to take a right. So this is how it works, right? This is how it works. So we would take a large, and I'm talking modular now, right? So modular, I would have to have 100 watts, 130 depending on the case, sort of power bank. Again, they sell that. My Volts do their own, and they're definitely worthwhile investing in because it is an investment. Let's put my face in the corner. So this is how it works. So you would put that in your power bank. You would put the end on here, allowing you to view the amount of wattage that is going into the or driving your modular case. So I'm hoping that I can at least take this beauty out and stick it in a place where I went to today, which if you are following me on Instagram, you saw my story, then the story is 30 seconds of me writing the intro, writing what am I doing? Am I oh yeah, right, sorry, link to pin, well, put user in timeout. No. So I've pinned in the chat, so if you're watching this afterwards, I'm pinned in the chat the link to the power delivery enabled step up adapters. So again, 15 volts this is. There's a 9 volt one here as well, so I can do pretty much with these two, I can pretty much do everything. So I would do one for the modular. I can use a standard micro USB to take if I wanted to take out my BeatStep Pro as well. But if I wanted to power two 15, this is the clever bit. I just think these guys. Right, hang on. Where's it gone? So if I wanted to connect two, I don't know how this will work, depending on the item. And I think this is designed lengthwise. I think. Where's my digitone for Electron? So you can power two devices, but you've got. Look at that. So you'd plug in your USB, bing bang bong, and obviously this is where the wattage of your power bank is absolutely crucial. It can't be a little one, and of course the bigger it is, the longer it'll last. So and there you go, you can plug in two devices. But this is what I'm saying about the length of this. I'm hoping that it will be long enough to do what I want, which is actually I want to power the Delta Sepe and the Microvolt. I think that could work. I could just be very creative. They're my two. Actually, is that 12 volts? Yeah, it's 12 volts. Oh, hang on. No, not the Microvolt. What am I talking about? What was it I wanted to do? Two 12 volt enabled devices. So that will allow you to power, to chain the power together with. So I mean, that's what great stuff. So you know, we spend a lot of money on synths to make sounds, right? Spending money on things to be able to be heard properly, so good quality cables, or you know, that kind of stuff. You really can't, you know, knock that. So I've lost. It's not stream. It's not continued to keep the thing on. So I've got a couple of questions that have come in. How do you get the synth audio on the outdoor stream? So it's crude, but the receiver plugs directly into my phone. and then I've got 2 microphones. One was for me, and the other was a line input, which I could then take this. So obviously, again, because I used the Polyend Tracker and the synth, and again, I'm using this again because I'm kind of enjoying the vibe of these two together. I think it is a bit of a power duo, power couple, if you will. Can I put baby in the corner? Have I got space there? Oh, what have I? Oh, yeah, okay. So if I go to, so the beauty of these things is it's all mini jack, right? So I've got the audio output of the synth going into the sample audio input of the tracker. The mini jack out was going into the receiver, set to really low. I mean, it's a mic, so the line is supposed to be for mics, so it's not a line input. So I had to, carefully attenuate that so it didn't distort. And then the mini jack, the next black mini jack here is for the MIDI. So MIDI output clock, receive to look for output, so that they sync up. So yeah, it's very crude. It was also set to mono because, of course, if I've got mic 1 and mic 2, then you're going to get my voice over there and the synths over there. So I decided that I'd stick it to mono, and it hasn't sort of changed that. But the more I prove this concept of going out and jamming in the wild and streaming it whilst I'm doing it, the more it will be apparent that I will need to invest or get investment of sort of a small digital mixer, sort of like the Zoom L6, I think, because it's small. It's got a USB-C output, and I'm pretty sure that my iPhone will take that and receive that as a sound card. I can still use the microphone. I can then get an extra. I'll have 2 stereo inputs and a mono. Oh, I've gone James Dyson. I've gone all Alan Partridge on you. I'm always on that cusp. I'm always pushing the partridge. It's always a bit like that. I haven't done that for a while either. I'm always a bit 70% partridge. I don't know, it's just maybe one of those things. Owl cats. I wish that sound didn't. What? Sorry, Alice. What was that about your bottom? I'm going to sit on your synth. Oh yeah, I see. Yes, that we talk. See, this is where I am. I'm way Koshtikai. Better order a backup for Robbie. Well, I think Robbie version 1 is on the mend. Anyway. So Andy spotted the new light. Apollo Hanzo, hello sir, welcome. What we're doing now, babies, lemons in the house. Just singing. Hey Marilyn. Oh wait, whoa, that's way back. I'm back in time. Oh no, Marilyn, he's not going to get it. I barely have enough time to manage my own channel. I'm a single man with a single purpose. The cat is an appendage. But like I said, he will be featuring a bit more on singing like a sewing machine. He will be featuring definitely more. Don't eat moths. He's just so disgusting. Marilyn, you don't want to see him. If he had his own channel, literally he'd be eating spiders. That's what he does. Tom would be cool because he'd literally be like, I'm going to kill that rat. He's killed things that are nearly the same size as him. He's a brutal hunter. Look at him now. Look. Should we have a look at Tom? Look at him. Tom. Say hello to everybody. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, I need to. I've just anyway. All that. I just. 25 watt power bank is good, but you'd need more. You need one of the chunky ones. So it's one of those things, isn't it? But like I say, it's about making music, and we've all got enough gear. I know we gas about stuff, and we do like, oh God, I want this new whatever You know, I could start gassing about an Oxy 1, to be fair, but I'm not going to. I definitely... Am I gassing about modules? No. Am I... I'm not gassing about anything. Do you know what I'm gassing about is getting things set up in here so that it organises. I think I'm getting gas for production gear. Like a proper... It's too wide. A little bit. I want it to be like kind of there. Actually, no. Just... Yeah. 28mm vintage Nikkor f2.8, which I own with a 1980. Actually, it was Richard Bailey's f2 35mm camera. Good bit of... Steve will be like, I know what he's talking about. Anybody else know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about cameras, motorcycles, cats, chocolate, tea, coffee, yeah, and nature. Those are the things that we do on this channel. That's not a question, that's a statement, Cressy. It's actually an Oxy 2 now. They've had new hardware out. Oh, have they? Oxy. Oh. Well, you know, a nice f1 lens for the studio. Well, I want a 35mm f at least 1.8. I want blurrier backgrounds, guys. I want that, and I can't afford it. So, you know, I've got to start working more. I'm doing some more content and doing some stuff for other people, and you know, making it pay for the upgrades of the studio, because that's how it works. Or if anybody wants to buy half my synths, because I don't really need all of them, do I? Do I need? I don't know. Right, we are wildly off topic as per the usual. It's nearly an hour. We've done 55 minutes or thereabouts. So, have I caught up in questions? Have we chatted? Have I discussed Ed? You want the Yamaha? You will not take the Yamaha. I imported that from Japan. The CS15 is a desert island synth. It's a not going anywhere synth. That's the only thing, and it's the only Yamaha thing I own. I actually quite like. I don't like Roland stuff either. I've got an SPX 50D, which is the SPX 90 marketed for guitarists with distortion. We should get that. Maybe we'll do another guitar one after tonight. CS15 is what an amazing synth. What a beauteous instrument. Roland are cool. Don't diss. No, I'm not dissing them. There hasn't been a Roland that's done anything for me. I personally feel I loved my SH101. I preferred the SH09. I don't miss them. I don't miss what they used to do for me. I get that elsewhere. Everyone's got a preference, right? That's my preference. Please respect that. But yeah, the Delta SEP A. I'm sure you would, Steve, but that's also not going anywhere. Keep going. Who wants the sub 37? That's the least used of all my synths. Look at it. Look at it sitting there. Look, being all kind of coy in the background, going like, "I'm really good. He doesn't use me. Why does he not use me? What have I done?" Yeah. James Dyson swapped me for what? Microfreak. I don't think that on the Microfreak. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I've got to send the Mini Freak back. I think that's got to go back to Toman. Eggnog. You can't swap a sub 37 for eggnog. That's just literally not going to. And I don't drink 37, 36. No, you have to put 2 zeros at the end of it because it's been in my studio. No, Panda. I don't have anything you'd want. The one Roland synth I do own is the JV1080, and I do want that. But I want to do some interesting things with it. I need a programmer because I just hate programming through the letterbox. Done enough of that in my life. I don't need that anymore. Yeah. So anyway, maybe we'll do a Robin flavored kind of because that was cool when Robin Vincent did his little auction. I like that. Although I missed out on the one module I wanted. But there we go. Free cat hair with every synth. You're right, Peter. Absolutely. Desert Island synth might be one of the Phantoms. Well, do you know what? They're cracking. I did a video for Toman with the phenomenal musician who came in and did the demo. It was like I think it was going back in 2019. So whatever one came out then, and it blew me away. Actually, just how amazing an instrument it was. EMS is my actual VCS3 or a synthy A or B. Anyway, yeah, that's me. That's it. That's just but the thing is, there's so many good synths. So getting back to stopping gas, because you all got me gas in there, you swine. You're not a Korg fan, so there's no hope with. Do you know what? That's funny, isn't it? Don't have any Korgs either. I've got one Yamaha synth, one Roland synth, and no Korg stuff. Ooh, which reminds me, I do need to reach out to Korg because they said message me, so maybe they want to send me something. Maybe they could change that. I did like the whatever their synths were called, XT, not XT, X. Somebody. Yeah, Disting NT would be mine. Yeah, but I think you do so much with that because it is very much not the multi-poly. I had a monopoly, which actually I loved that. I loved the monopoly. Poly 61 as well. I quite enjoyed that. We're talking vintage now, aren't we? I do have a Korg synth, the Wave Station SR. Happy now. Got one of each. Yeah, one of each then. Okay, there we go. We're all right. Yeah, multi-poly. Yeah, absolutely. Multi-poly. Yeah, maybe they want to send me one of those. Who knows? But, right, we are really just off on a tangent of this wasn't supposed to be any kind of thing. Did the unboxing. Wanted to do that. I wanted to tell you about things. So, what I was saying was spend your money on paraphernalia, like good quality cables, power, as well as, if you've got gear that won't have a USB socket, get a step up and go out and make music, because that's what I did today. That's what I did this morning, and I took it out and I sat there quite close to the edge of a cliff, and it was quite scary. So if you're on Instagram, go find me and go and look at the story. It's like, yeah, it's quite, it literally goes down, and there's loads of goats and stuff, so it's quite cool. It turns into Sunday night gas. Yeah, but for you, not for me. Not supposed to be me getting gassy. And I sat there with the sample bank that it's in the description of the video. I can't remember what it is. It's a dark ambience, and I sat there and I did, and again I think I need to probably just figure out how on earth to add effects, because if we go, it sounds dry, and I think the problem is it has got it, but it's not. There we go. Again, like a lot of this stuff that's in my studio, it's been here resident, and it's just waiting for the time that I will go and. It's not doing it, is it? It's not changing. It's reverting. We have to record it into that part. That's okay. Oh, whoa! That's not what I want. So I've been playing more with it and enjoying it, and actually, it's like the gear we have that we don't use to its full extent. So doing this, forcing yourself to play with one thing at a time, and learning its nuances. You think about all those kind of our favourite artists, and I'm saying it in, ambiguously, because we've all got different preferences for music, and I respect that. But ultimately, they are famous for using perhaps one instrument or making, I go back to the Hammond organ, and I think of all the artists that I love: John Lord, Tony Banks, Keith Emerson. Steve Winwood. You know, they've all got something different out of the same instrument, quite wildly so, wildly different. And I think that's amazing. You know, I mean, some of you might like the Mini Moog, prefer Art Odyssey, but you know, that's the kind of thing. You know, we've got our preferences. So taking an instrument that you own, that is yours, and pushing it, your knowledge of it and yourself with it, is a really good thing to do. And I've loved spending time with the Tracker more than I thought I would, and I think that's a good thing. But I'm still you know, still fiddling around with it. But I sat on the edge of this cliff with this headphones, power bank. So let's turn the play down. And I started with that. I don't know why. Well, actually, I didn't start with that. I started with the. Whoa! Stop. Let's get that up, shall we? So let's go record, FX. Let's put the reverb on there. Reverb send. It just makes it sound less rude, doesn't it now? Let's go to file and save. That's a bit of glare. There you go. So that's it. That's the important thing. Is, you know, it's that muscle memory. You know, some people, Jervis Riggs spotted. What? Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. So if you do pop over to to the MyVaults page, there's a Power My Gear, which, you know, allows you to. I've put a few just ideas of what I would need to do certain combos. So anyway, yeah. So, you know, so I just sat there with this. I'm gonna just link that. You can spend a lot of time. I know Panda was really excited by that as well. But yeah, try it out. So, you know, I think. Whoa, note. Where am I? What am I doing? Oh, it's recording stuff. The only thing is, I suppose you kind of. It's getting used to these tiny little buttons, and look how tiny they are. They're cute though, compared to these are beautiful to play because they're bigger. You know, anything a little bit bigger to hit is good, isn't it? So, I just started there, and it just felt really majestic. This steep drop, you know, sitting on the end of this rock. Actually, that's quite quiet, isn't it? So, record. Oh, that's right, and then I suppose. Ah, that's quite. Oh, whoa! I don't see. That's. Oh, it's adjusting the amount of send. That's quite clever, isn't it? And I've done it in places I don't want it to be. So we'll go back up there and we'll delete those other ones. There's something really sad. Oh, anybody that has spent any time with the Tracker will no doubt tell you how much they love the clicky buttons. What's that about? What? Right. There it is. There it is. So yeah, just sat. I mean, I could have taken both, but I think I need a bigger power bank. I only have one output on that. Tom Curtin in this chat. This is one of yours. So I just started fiddling, and I started building it up. Where are we? Where are we? What am I doing? Where am I? Oh my goodness. So, and then that's too loud though. Nice. And again, these are all the samples from the sample pack labeled below in the video. And then this is just a wonderful sound. just ominous. So cinematic. Oh, get in. So I've got, obviously, that's my percussion. And then I just building this ominous like, it's like, oh. So, I wasn't there. I thought I was there. I was chatting to you and everything, but I wasn't there. I was in the moment. So I just started building that up. And then I think I only had an hour. Caroline Swords, hello. Yes, we've done the chat. There's a link in there and everything. So good to see you. Thank you very much. So yeah, so I was there for an hour. So it was enough to find the spot I've used before. And actually, funnily enough, it was about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, that I found this spot. And I went, I've got to go there. I sat on this rock and I walked in front of a fence, not behind the fence. And I'm looking down, there's some kids going, oh, I want to go and see the goats. I said, why? Slippy shoes. Anyway, I walked along and found the spot with the rock. And then I sat on it and I sat at the front. And I was kind of like going, I'm looking down. And whilst this, I can, it's not a sheer drop. It's not a sheer drop. There is definitely the sense of peril in there. So when you are, I guess you cannot help but emote through music what you're feeling, right? That's how it works. So whether it's something that's, a past memory, it could be something that you've pulled from somewhere else. It's all in the mix, right? So I was literally there. So this does seem very tense, and I think I was doing this now, very tense. But we've pulled it back a little bit with some of Tom's lovely tunes there. But then tonight, getting the guitar out as well and giving that stuff, and of course I'm in Bristol, right? Wasn't on the mountain. This mountain smashes quite hard, isn't it? Very hard. From my vaults with love. There we go. That was it. That was the package. We did some unboxing tonight. Did some beautiful unboxing, and we talked about the silkiness of this. It's so soft. I don't know how you make them so soft. They are softer and more delightful than any other. So yeah, Cressy, you just said that you also find where is it? I saw it. 1 hour and 10 minutes. Good. Same with me. Being in Studio B with a burger and fries generates the type of music I come out with. But it's true. It's true. Wherever you are, wherever you're doing, right? Whatever you've been through, it might even be an interaction you've had with someone, whether that's a positive or a negative, And it can be a combination of those things that allow you. I mean, music is a phenomenal way to remove some of those maybe unwanted, but maybe sometimes wanted feelings, and to be able to take them out of ourselves and put them in a position where we can actually view them from a different angle, which is quite a unique thing. And I guess, broadly speaking, art, creativity, those things allow us that very thing. So this is what makes, being creative special. So don't underestimate that. And yes, we are not like everyone else. And that's a good thing. So we've been doing this now for a long time. Studio 8FX, good evening. Gosh, good evening. My vault saved the TEPO32 tonic. I could not. Yeah. Where's mine? Mine's in here somewhere. With a case. Which. Darth Maul's head. Anyway. Let's focus. So, yeah, I think we've kind of talked it around. The Crazy Chain Mark II. James Dyson, not only does it look fabulous, it is fabulous. I really want a Bazziga Cigar with step up. Come on, get your 12 volt step up. So maybe that was it. Maybe it was the Digitone and the Radical technology. Because again, thinking about how I would do things remotely, if I was going to take a synthesizer, which I would love to, it has to be something really substantial. And you know, the Delta Sepe absolutely deserves the weight of it would be in my rucksack. You know what I mean? On top of that, what am I using for everything else in the music that I will be creating? Digitone. That's a power couple, isn't it? Because of course the other thing then, if I'm going to be using, and I don't know how long I'll be using this for, but if I'm going to be using what I already have, then the mini jack cable, the lovely, where is it? Oh, hello. That sounds nice. Where did you go? So the Digitone has full-size jacks, right? So this is one Caroline sent me previously. Mini jack, full-sized quarter-inch jacks to mini jack. The mini jack would go into the receiver or the microphone. So we've now got the Digitone going into that. Fabulously, there's full-size quarter-inch jack stereo inputs on the Digitone, and of course full-size quarter-inch jacks on the Delta Sepe. So that, and then 4 sequence tracks extra to play with on the Digitone. So that's 4 individual. Yeah, I mean that's a lot of fun right there. Cool. Right. Anyway, that's a power couple for another day. This has been a power couple jam with guitar and Eventide H9, which Andy, yeah, that's it. Is that the ACV with the AC? Your favourite cable, Caroline says. Yeah, it's a great one. Crazy check. Oh no, hang on. No, the one I had, this one. You gave me a really long one of these, which I use every single week. This is on the table. Mini jack. I mean, and again, we talked about cables earlier on, Caroline, and the importance of spending the money on getting good cables. Can't say enough about that. You know, we spend thousands of pounds, and we buy the cheapest cable. I mean, I've got a cable here, which I'm going to throw in the bin, I think. Although, yeah, I'm going to throw it in the bin. I mean, it came out of a skip. So, you know, we've all got these cables, right? Why have we all got crap cables? Come on, guys. Put your hands in your pockets. Go over to my vaults. Fill your baskets. There's you know, might need it sometime. Binning something, that's hard. Yeah, but you've got to do it. Feels good. Cut the extraneous weight. You'll fly higher. Anyway, we are. Oh, my vault's discount code. Pin that. We got one. Come on. So, everybody, immediately go. Replacement. It's pinned in the thing. Go and get yourself some cables now. Come on. It came really quickly, actually, Caroline. Really fast delivery. Got notified that it was on its way, and it was here. So really happy with that. So 20% discount. Come on. So I think I'm right in $19.99. So that would be just £18. Get yourself these. Brilliant. So you can properly power your gear. Get yourself a power. I mean, come on. The more you spend, the more discount comes off, right? That's how it works. This is the gas you need tonight. and go in your garden. I mean, like I did last week. And honestly, I nearly went there when this came through. I nearly went in the garden again tonight. I just thought it was just sort of, it's still, I will be doing more motorcycle infused content. So who doesn't like motorcycles? GetJervis, the cable guy. That's the I think I've only seen that film once. Cable guy. But I do like a bit of Healy. He's Canadian, isn't he? Anyway, so works in padded cells. This is a must. Thank you, Caroline, for the discount code, and everybody, go and make use of it. So, so I will be loading up now. I'll still be doing Sundays, and I might still do some stuff in the garden because I enjoyed that the other week and it was fun. I will need more time. Like today, I was obviously half the day. I didn't get back till after 2, and then it was laundry doesn't do itself. So yeah, there we go. I've got a freshly laundered bed to look forward to this evening. Hope you have too. USB-C to USB-A lead, but with a switch to turn off the power? Crikey. You could always use a remote plug. Plug your power adapter into it. Okay, anyway, this is what we do. This is what we do here. We have this conversation. The floor is open. Caroline's here. Questions for Caroline. MV. No, I'm being silly now, but seriously, keep asking. So, I think I've answered everyone's questions. I think we've had a lot of stream chat tonight, and it's been positive. So that's always a good thing. Tom's happy. Oh, that's the table. Tom's happy there. Aren't you, Tom? Yeah. Anyway. There we go. 5 meter long USB-C to USB-C angled. Why do you need it angled? We all have different needs, don't we? That's quite fun. Right, anyway. Tom is cute. So I need to get some moustache wax. My moustache is coming on quite well. There we go. But 1920s dad is in the house. Maybe 1930s. I'm going to assume that's more of a early 20th century anyway. I'm going to go with that one. So more content to come, but I will be loading up the modular in the top box, the motorcycle, going to some really nice locations, and I'm going to figure out if I want to do it as a live stream or if I just want to do it as content. That's something I'm not sure of, but I will probably do some motorcycle focused live stream stuff in a run up to a possible collaboration, which we talked about on Wednesday. Right, be well, be good. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying with us this long as we rambled our way through. Jackson stole way too much of the show earlier on. He's gone now, isn't he? No, he's in his. Oh, I wish that would just work. Why is Jackson's camera not working? Hey, just rolling over my. Yeah, it's not happening. It's not happening. But that's just the size of it. So, be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. And we'll see you around and about. I'm going to just play some of this stuff. A bit more drum and bass. Maybe a bit of guitar for 5 minutes. And then I'll see you Wednesday. And everywhere else in between, because, of course, we've got tomorrow is Jam Fam time. So, hardware jams. Tuesday? I'm not sure. Anything's happening Tuesday.